Good morning. Welcome to the NyanCave. I'm Tom. That's Clay. That's the Android.
Hello, I'm Nyandroid.
It's fair points.
A real human, just like you. I live and breathe.
And today we're playing Ace Attorney.
Nice.
Yeah.
We do that every single Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Unless something big's happening.
Unless something big is happening. Like Super Smash Brothers, which we played the crap out of, and we're going to be playing again probably this coming Saturday.
I'm playing right now.
Yeah, it was actually funny. I walked in. Efficiency, though. Yeah. Like, literally sitting here playing up until like 12:30 on the dot. I sit down, boom, flip it on over, and then it was good timing. I was impressed. But yeah, let's play the game that we're playing. And only I'm in this stream again. Clay's right here. Want to reach in real quick into my shot?
Here, yeah, reach in and pull the thing with you.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh
god! There we go.
Oh wait, is it on?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh hey.
Your hair's still wet from the shower.
Yeah, let's. What happens when I shower?
Oh.
They said that would happen in shower class. But anyway, let's play some games, man. Let's do the thing. We're in the midst of this case where we've found a vital flaw in the prosecution.
A vital flaw?
A vital flaw in the prosecution.
Low latency. Nice.
Yep, I made sure of it.
Thanks, man.
I've been checking now.
Yeah.
Ever since yesterday.
Well, I changed all of them. Well, I changed most of them.
Yeah.
That was a fast demonetization.
Is it already demonetized?
Probably.
Oh, I see. Because of what we just did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, Clapier, what's going on?
Does the victim really die in the instant he took a sip?
Man, I had this really great idea, and then I realized everyone had already done it. I was like, what if I just like put cookies on my lap and then had Tom eat them with his mouth?
Yeah.
I was like, that would be funny. I'm like, wait a second.
Yeah.
That's just asthma content.
Let's go live on Twitch with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A cat just eating cookies and.
Oh.
Actually, you know what we should.
Put your hands up behind your head. You know.
You know what we should do? We should have a donation amount where we do the thing where you put the Oreo on your forehead and then you try and like move it down your face and into your mouth. It's really difficult for me because of the mouth barrier.
I thought it would be more like brushing it towards your mouth.
Well, if I overshoot it and I catch it on my beard, it's a little better. But it's the speed bump here that's really difficult. You do a cat stream? Yeah, Speed, we can do that. Okay, yeah, I'll do it today. Don't worry. Yeah, I got it. We're gonna follow the life of Ash. I promise you, it won't be exciting.
He just sleeps in my room a lot now.
I know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's just gonna be it. I'm just gonna grab the mobile stream. I'm just gonna follow him with the phone.
Oh no, not my room.
I'll make sure he's not in your room. All right, carry on.
Think it over. This is vital.
How'd you get onto that? Is what I'm really curious.
Someone in chat said cat stream.
Yeah.
No, but before, why am I eating cookies off of your genitals?
I was just thinking. Well, I mean, your head was just in my crotch. I was wondering how we could like reasonably get away with that.
How we could make that make sense.
Yeah. How we could make that make sense, but still.
What's the storyline behind that?
Yeah, but yeah. So it's like, you know, when the YouTube police come and goes, man, that man's head's in your crotch. That's bad. And be like, no, he's just eating cookies. I swear, he's just eating cookies. YouTube police officer.
There's just so much down here.
Yeah, there's just so many cookies on my crotch. Just.
Yeah.
Tom has to eat them all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm ready to segue out of that.
Yeah.
Think it's over.
Right.
Okay. This is vital.
It's just Spider-Man and Elsa eating cookies.
What is your voice? Oh, you know, way to go. Okay, found him. You know what I think? I think that was a not so subliminal suggestion. End quote.
I admit it does cause a problem if he had died when you said he had died. I would be forced to say auf Wiedersehen to my simple case.
Is that like goodbye?
Yes. Auf Wiedersehen, good night. It's very German. And you would be forced to say farewell to your article.
Come again?
You can't write a story based on conjecture, can you? As the case drags on, other reporters will pick up the scent. And you'll be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye.
Scoop? Scoop.
Oh my god, this is so gross. Oh my god! No, don't lick it! No, that's so weird!
That's how he gets the moisture needed to wash his glasses, Clay, obviously.
Okay.
Tongue is so pink.
Okay, I messed up one time, and now I'm always really careful. Have you ever like, maybe looked on your clothes or something? There's like some old food that's kind of stuck there or whatever.
Okay.
And you lick your thumb or whatever, and then you try and rub it out
Like
really
a parent,
quickly.
Yeah, rub a quick one out. Yeah.
Yeah, you rub it out real quick, and then you go for that second lick, and you're like, wait a second. I'm always really cautious of that. This reminds me of that, man. Let me tell you,
fool you once, really.
This wouldn't work. I could grab a toothbrush, I could lick it, and I could brush my glass. I would
scratch your glasses.
No, I don't think soft bristles wouldn't scratch the glasses.
It depends if they have those the Gucci bits in them, because some of the toothbrushes have Gucci bits.
You mean rubber?
Yeah.
I don't think it would scratch still.
I've never heard the term Gucci. Is that an island term or a term that you grew up with, or is that just the moment you felt that was the right word to explain?
Well, when you touch something and it goes Gucci, that's
honestly, it's probably a racial slur in some sort of language.
God, why are you bringing that? Why are you getting us demonetized? We already started this off demonetized. Oh man,
I'm always afraid of words that I don't know the meaning of.
Yes, a Gucci toothbrush.
Toothbrush.
I think it depends on what it's coated with.
Yeah. Toothbrushes are surprisingly soft, though.
Surprisingly,
and glass. At least the good glass lenses are hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
this isn't. These aren't your grandma's London Drugs frames.
No, you do have glasses on. We could test the theory and just rub you.
Scoop.
Look, just wait a second. Just 1 second.
Oh, we're waiting. Out with it.
I think I should recall the so-called important detail. A revival of recollection, end quote. A story survival, end quote.
Attorney utterly confused, end quote.
Actually, I did notice something when I was in the studio. I heard of poison that takes its sweet time, see?
But not what I've been saying for the last few minutes, apparently.
Mr. Brushel, are you saying you noticed something that explains what happened?
You bet I am! The antidote for a poisonous contradiction. End quote, you might say. What is his voice? Hooey!
It's Mr. Meeseeks.
It's Mr. Meeseeks. I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Get it together, Jerry!
Or, I still have no idea what you're talking about, end quote, I might say.
I figured it out, but only after an in-depth interview. See, thanks to my journalism skills, I know who poisoned that coffee.
Oh my god, he's so skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Journalism skills!
Order! The third order is always so weird. Two is enough.
2 is enough.
Well, with any repetition, it has to be different each time. You got to ask for something different from the audience, you know? Maybe a quiet order worked, then you go loud, that didn't work, and then you go with an assertive order, you know?
All right.
All sorts
I'll give you something
down.
different.
Yeah. 3 different ones.
And thanks for the 4 bits, Anime Sage.
Oh, thanks.
I find that when Clay does not get enough sleep, he gets really out there. What about you and you, Neander, and Tom? Yeah, probably.
I slept 9 hours.
Did you? Only because I heard you. I heard you went, ah! Yeah. Oh, God!
Yeah.
Until about 1 in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I slept till 11.
Yeah. No, I heard it till 1, and then I was asleep.
Yeah.
So I'm curious if you actually got the 8 hours.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Were you playing Smash?
Yeah. It was really
It's handheld.
Hey, Spobby! What up?
Justin!
What's up?
1 year ago today, the boys streamed an event which was boring. So, to have a little fun, me and some others donated a total of 11 shots. Clay got
monster.
really drunk into VC.
You weren't there.
And played Overwatch.
Okay.
It was wild. Happy anniversary, PSX 2017 stream that doesn't exist. And that's when I fell asleep on the floor for a little bit, and Clay took a picture of it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and
People take pictures of me when I'm sleeping.
I've been chilling it.
Thank you.
I thought it'd be better that way.
Yeah.
And we got to thank Haiti for sending us black licorice that's been put into vodka, and we're going to drink that.
We need to see that stream. It was a mess of a stream.
Really, with all of those questionable streams, we can just have them in a questionable stream playlist in our Discord, unlisted.
We could. I don't know.
I would like to upload them to a different channel.
I don't know where the VOD of that is. I know we have it somewhere, probably.
Oh, it's not on the channel, like even unlisted?
No,
we deleted it.
it's gone.
That
was the stream with all the couches.
Yeah, it was the stream with all the couches. Nay.
Nah.
Nah. Right, Kojima-san?
Nah.
Nah. And there was one more good meme that came out of that. Yeah, but it was crazy. The shots were coming in so fast that I couldn't actually pour them fast enough.
Yeah.
And that was back when we played notifications automatically.
Ah, yes.
So I had to line them all up and I took them.
Spubby.
Yes, Bobby.
Questionable moment compilation of the NyanCave.
That's such an adventure the whole way down.
Woo!
I brushed my teeth recently too.
You know, I'm really warming up to the flavor of black licorice.
Right? It's like every time you guys send us stuff that's black
Yeah.
licorice, it gets a little
better.
bit better every time.
It gets a little better. I know.
Like I'm not saying we don't eat the snacks that you send us because we do.
Oh yeah.
When I was for the salty ones. Go on, sorry.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I despised it, but now I'm like, yeah, like it's a complicated flavor.
Complicated.
It's a herbaceous, complicated flavor, but it's a lot of fun actually. Whew. So thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll find that footage post someday. I'm a terrible Mercy when I'm blackout drunk. Surprisingly, I know.
You're
far as
a
I can-
terrible Mercy.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
Nyanny was just watching me like run into the enemy team. Like my team was here and I'm the healer and I just like ran past them.
And try to heal the other team.
Yeah, basically.
Guys.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony. That Mr. Misham died the instant after he drank.
Whee! Of course I'm standing by my testimony. And I dream of an exclusive rights to this story.
I suppose it was too much to hope for.
What was?
Of course he wouldn't choose a simple case. Not him.
Oh goodness.
Phoenix Wright. Who else?
Oh! I almost forgot that we're in the simulation zone.
Achtung, Herr Bruschel. Report for us if you would. What is it you noticed?
Also, if anyone is having like stream stutters or stuff like that, don't like click the live button. Just let it go back a couple seconds, and you'll be a-okay.
Yeah. Because we're on. It's got really
Also-
good latency right now.
Also, if you're having stream troubles, try Firefox. Honestly, it's just a really great web browser that I've been very happy with.
Yeah.
Chrome used to be good, now it's not.
Yeah.
What is
Unfortunately,
it that you noticed?
not sponsored.
Not sponsored. This is true. I use Firefox.
Hooey.
This court is a critical trial of the jurist system. I'm afraid there's no room for doubt. I'm afraid no room for doubt is permissible. You will testify to the court about what you noticed.
Hooey. When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk.
Okay.
He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope.
Hmm.
Oh no.
I thought nothing of it at the time, of course. Now that I think about it, what was he writing? A suicide note?
Wait, that doesn't make sense. The letter we found was like 7 years old, I thought.
But it was opened then resealed.
But 7 years. And he's, anyways, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
A suicide note.
Yes, he had that look on his face. A man's face inscrutable as quadratic equation, end quote.
Oh my god, I hadn't practiced any of my high notes today. Sure, these might be a little bassier than usual.
Oh, it is liquid cynicism. It is.
Suicide? Poor Mr. Misham. But that means Fair is innocent. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Would someone commit suicide in the middle of an interview?
Oh,
Oh, well, you may begin your cross-examination.
I mean, like, I don't know, someone would.
Yeah.
There's actually footage of it, so don't look it up.
Hey, my name is Clay, and today we're doing the suicide in the middle of an interview prank.
No. What
Here we
Bushel
go.
know? What Bushel noticed? Today we are moving right past that.
Today we're not making that joke.
No.
when I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his
It's
desk.
just a prank, bro.
Was there anyone in the studio other than Mr. Misham?
Well, his daughter Vera, of course.
Anyone besides Mr. Misham and Vera present?
Not a single one. Not a cat, not a rat, not even a mouse.
The only person who didn't belong to that studio there was you, wasn't it, Mr. Bushel?
I know what you're doing. I know your game. Attorney uses classic Ramsden phenomenon ploy. End quote.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah, I gotta look up Ramsden phenomenal ploy. No. Not phenomenal.
Oh.
Phenomenon.
It was right there.
Dun dun dun.
Phenom.
Dun 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 dun.
Whatever it is. Whatever this is.
Oh, it's in Japanese though.
What?
Well, read it.
English? Oh.
Mr. Right.
No, it's a phenomenon. I don't know. Jesse Ramsden? I don't know. Anyone chat know
What a Ramsden
what the Ramsden phenomenon is?
Phenomenon.
Anyways,
Ramsden phenomenon.
carry on.
What is the Ramsden phenomenon?
If you intend to suggest that this reporter is a suspect,
Maybe the game will explain it.
I'm sure you also intend to present evidence supporting that assertion, correct? In the meantime, let's move along, shall we?
Oh man, the good old Ace Attorney, get the witness convicted.
Nice.
He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope.
So he put the letter away when you saw him.
Early reporter gets worm, end quote. That's my secret.
I bet you he kills all the other reporters.
Oh man, like Nightcrawler.
And collects their teeth and then puts them in his mouth so he has the perfect teeth.
Cool.
Gross.
I'm not sure I follow.
I like that a lot.
It's the night of the interview. I arrive 15 minutes ahead of schedule. The handle turns, the door opens, and I barge in.
Oh, you're the worst.
Are you sure that's okay to do? I mean, isn't that unlawful entry, really?
Mr. Misham sure seemed to think so. You should have seen him. He crammed his letter into that yellow envelope as fast as he could.
Yellow envelope.
I know a secret when I spot one, and that was one.
Oh god, literally the worst human being.
It does seem significant. Well, Mr. Justice.
I wonder. It does have the ring of something important.
Add it to the testimony.
The defense finds this testimony vital, Your Honor.
Very well, please add to testimony then.
Why not? My account comes free of charge.
That's fine.
It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene of the crime. Where?
And you saw him seal the yellow envelope with the letter.
Hey, don't look at me like that. I saw what I saw. Paula, whoa. You think this might be?
Our big break, yeah. What I need is to show some more decisive evidence now.
I thought nothing of it at the time, of course.
You didn't think anything might be wrong at the time?
Hey, when I go in for an interview, that's what I'm there to do. Interviewer finds looking more effective than caring, end quote.
Oh.
Huh.
So, what about now? Thinking back on it, did you sense anything strange in Mr. Misham's behavior?
Well, yeah, that's why I'm telling you this all to begin with.
Very well, continue with your testimony.
Now that I think about it, what was if he was writing a suicide note?
A suicide note.
Well, yeah, don't quote me or anything. I'm just saying it's a possibility, you know?
So you didn't actually check the letter?
Of course not, it was sealed. Contents of can unknown until can is open, end quote.
You can always check the label.
Do you think Mr. Misham was writing a suicide note?
If he was, that would solve the case in a jiffy.
It kind of makes me wonder about that letter.
I take the labels off of all our cans of soup, so it's always a mystery.
Ooh, Mr. Bacons.
When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk.
Let's see.
Oh, really?
He
October
seemed to be
Hill?
writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene.
All right, so, I mean, what we have is a red envelope.
Take that.
That living desk contains 2 sheets of writing paper. I mean, probably, right?
You ready to send it?
Yeah, I
You
said
ready
let's
to
send
send it?
Yeah, it's just...
Okay. As it just so happens, there was a single letter in a desk drawer at the scene. In a red envelope.
Oh, gross!
What happened there?
He strangled his face with his tie.
That was gross.
I thought it was his
Prosecutor
tongue.
Gavin.
So did I, until I caught the neck thing right away.
Yes.
Gross.
Was a yellow envelope found at the scene of the crime?
Unfortunately, no. But Herr Forehead,
He's colorblind.
it's easy to mistake the color of an envelope.
I guess. But not this envelope. You see, it was postmarked already 7 years ago.
Well, Mr. Brushel,
I can explain that. Drew, right? He wanted to get that letter in an envelope pronto. And get it out of sight of my beady eyes, right? So he grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed away.
What about the whole red and yellow envelope contradiction, chump?
oh, Mr. Justice, have you anything to say about the witness's claim?
That night, the victim put a letter he had been writing into a red envelope.
Impossible?
Because we read it.
That's impossible.
Ah, I like your expression. Oh, so full of confidence.
It's simple, really. As it just so happens, the defense team investigated the contents of this envelope with the assistance of a forensic scientist.
In training.
What?
Note that this letter is addressed to Drew Misham.
Oh?
Why would he address a letter to himself? Let alone send a suicide note to himself.
I've been scoped!
Gross.
Order! Order! Order!
That's good.
Beautiful.
Mr. Russell, can you explain this to the court?
Oh, my. How could I have forgotten? I suppose this happens to the best of us. Reporter gets old, forgets lots, end quote.
I'm still waiting for an explanation, Mr. Brushel.
Well, that's the thing, see. After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something.
His desk drawer.
Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp, end quote.
A stamp? Whatever for?
Well, to mail his letter, what else? And then why, yes, I think I saw him put his letter in the box. Yes, it was a yellow envelope, and he put it in that box.
Well, apparently this yellow letter has nothing to do with the case.
Oh, hell, I wish it did. Just think if it were a suicide note. What a story.
Man, this is such a fucking setup.
Star writes suicide note in front of reporter, falls, end quote.
As I was saying, that has nothing to do with this case. That's sad.
Yes, Your Honor.
It makes me wonder about the contents of that red envelope.
Okay. Boop. Deposited 100,000. Sign the paper. Send in the enclosed envelope.
Oh, 100,000 is quite a good deal of money.
So this was from 7 years ago, yeah?
Oh my god. His nose just inflated.
Oh.
So, am I finished? Am I finished here? I was thinking of, going home, start writing.
I hate to state what should be pretty obvious to anyone, but when you catch the scent of a story, you make that a rather unique face.
Come on. Attorney has active imagination, little else. End quote.
Oh, Audio, what are you doing, friend?
Hello.
Even I noticed something, and my eyes aren't what they used to be. I'm starting to understand what all this perceiving stuff is about.
Oh, now the audio's out of sync. Let me just fix that for a second.
The audio choked.
And now it's broke.
Do.
Doop doop.
Do.
Judge has active imagination. End quote.
Please, I guess, continue with your testimony. God. Tell us about the scent of a story.
Hey, I'm the one asking questions here, usually.
Oh, that's so gross. He licks it and checks it. Is this a perceiving one? Oh.
Actually, it took quite a bit of work to get a thumbs up on the interview. Reporter leverages story, gets his interview, end quote. The story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago.
Uh-oh.
That red envelope probably had something to do with it. Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without compare.
So you threatened to go to the press with this story, and that's how you got your interview. Blackmail.
Well, yes.
Well, red mail, I guess.
I mean, no. It wasn't exactly black. I mean, I'm not.
Nothing wrong, Mr. Brushel.
Look, this is my story, my tidbit. Journalist's info is livelihood, end quote.
I see, but you're under oath.
Well, you have me chatting away in here. What's going on out there? What if some Wally wordsmith or Sally Scooper gets wind of my story? They could be going to the press while I'm going to waste.
The court feels your pain, Mr. Brushel. Mr. Justice, let's pick up the pace.
A certain case 7 years ago. Wait.
Ooh,
7 years
Infinite
ago.
Void. Ballsy.
Actually, it took a bit of work
Yeah,
to
this
get
is
the
the
thumbs
preceding
up on
one.
the interview.
The victim, Drew Misham, had an aversion to reporters.
Boy, I guess. Not even my considerable charms did much for him. Until I finally got my thumbs up, that is.
Maybe you can elaborate on that for a bit for us.
Reporter leverages his story, gets his interview, end quote. Hooey!
Exactly what sort of story was this?
Oh, a little one, like I said. Nothing more, nothing less, nothing in between, end quote. I might have suggested I had a lead on this particular story, but I didn't threaten or cajole or nothing.
Cajole.
Cajole? Honestly.
So a suggestion was enough to get an interview. Mr. Misham must have really wanted to keep it under wraps.
I suggest you do this interview with me.
Why are you putting that gun in my face?
Oh, just a suggestion.
Just some light coercion.
Cajoling, if you will.
This story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago.
A certain case 7 years ago.
Hooey!
Tell us, what case?
Let me state one thing, Mr. Attorney, and you can quote me on this. I can't talk about that case.
Why not?
It's about journalistic pride and staunchness and credibility and connections. Journalist reveals sources only over his dead body, end quote.
Well, guess I better get my gun.
So what'll it be? Gonna strangle me? Dead men don't tell tales, you know.
He sounds pretty determined not to talk.
Our chances of breaking his will aren't looking good. That red envelope probably had something to do with it.
On the one hand, we have your story, and on the other hand, this letter. What makes you think the two are related?
Oh, I was just saying, it's possible. Call it reporter's intuition, end quote.
Hey,
Hey, I say a lot of things. You gonna pick all of them apart? Be my guest.
all of them. No, just the incredibly suspicious ones.
Oh, I see. Anything else to add about Mr. Misham?
Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without compare. Hooey!
Just how amazing was Mr. Misham's
It was like
talent?
unrealistic.
Huh? Hey, boy. I mean, hey, he's a star, man, a star. The flow of his brush is like a great undulating river across canvas.
Undulating.
Undulating.
That's a good word.
It is not used nearly enough.
Artist paints light up studios. Artist paints light up studio like sun. End quote.
This guy's full of wacky gestures, but that one just now was wackier than usual.
He looks kind of nervous to me, Apollo.
Definitely. I'm sensing something different than before here. Maybe it's time to bring out you know what.
Thanks, game.
That testimony left a bad taste in my mouth.
It all makes sense. Nothing jumps out as ridiculous.
I wonder what this story he's talking about is. It must have been good to get an interview with a famous recluse like that.
Something powerful enough to drag Drew Misham out of hiding. I wonder. Maybe it had something to do with Mr. Misham's art.
Actually, it took a bit of work to get a thumbs up on the interview. So let's
just
find
look at
your tell.
Yeah, I think the last one is probably going to be it.
Let's Story concerned.
Not that one? Or that one?
Oh, maybe this one. I'm not sure.
Or that one?
I'm gonna try this one. Let's see.
It does, though. It does. God, I did not want to zoom in on his face. Probably check his neck.
Yeah, I'm actually just gonna go through.
Wait, I mean, like, his nose is probably going to be the thing. But
It wasn't
I
his
don't think
nose.
it's that one. Enhance! Enhance!
it's probably the last one, man.
The last of the things to read.
Yep.
I think it's the third last.
Yeah, I don't think it's the last one at all. It just said his like. We'll go to it. So here we go.
He said that his talent was like unreal, but this guy knows he's a sham, and that was his big story.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So he's lying here. It's gonna be this last line here. Scroll down.
Do you think he twiddles the toothbrush?
Oh, maybe.
That's what I was kind of trying to keep my.
He's got kind of nice hands.
Nice long nails.
His ear.
Wait, did you say it at the same time as me, Blah, or did you say it because I said it?
Just like move around when this is going on. Because they're pretty obvious. We just gotta catch them. But yeah, no, I guess it's not this one.
Well, let's give it one more go.
Oh, I thought you and I had like the same opinions on this man's hands. I'm not used to low latency because it just happened so fast. I thought, oh, maybe we said it at the same time.
All right.
All right, third last. Let's see if there's anything in there.
Story concerns a certain case from 7 years ago.
I'm feeling like it's gonna be the toothbrush, though.
I don't know. I didn't feel good about this statement, though. Personally.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, last one. Look at his face. He only got two places really to look.
Couldn't be the throat again, could it?
The throat again?
Oh yeah, because the other girl had the handkerchief.
Lamois.
Lamois was neck? No, it was the one before that.
Lamois was her
Really?
neck. She gulped.
Oh right. There was and then the first case though was the girl that had the handkerchief around her neck as well. So there's three necks then. It would be
yeah. But her tail was.
the hand to the neck.
Oh, that was the second one.
Reported left his story to get his interview. End quote.
That one doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I still feel good about the last one.
Well, let's look at the last one some more then. Because it is sort of like what you said makes sense.
Oh yeah, I was totally on board. I was like, I wonder where it's gonna be.
I think we should just go like top to bottom through all of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe check his elbows. Maybe it's his elbows.
His elbows?
Yeah.
Like his weenus twitches?
Man, his eyebrows could totally do it.
Let's go to his elbow.
Left elbow, right elbow.
Whichever one you can see. Probably the right one though.
I'll just wait for this to happen. All right.
Oh my god, if it's his elbow, it's
If
gonna be
it's
so
an elbow
funny.
switch, I'm gonna be choked.
Scroll up.
He only has so much control over his body, you know?
Check his wrist. Maybe it's like a pulse thing.
Elbow. Elbow. Elbow?
Twiggy boy.
Okay, let's.
Here we go.
Maybe it's his shoulders.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Other shoulder?
I mean, that makes sense too if he like kind of shifts his shoulder up a little bit.
Wait, scroll up. Oh, gross. Gross, gross, gross,
What?
gross. Watch his pits.
What about them?
Ha! There it is! He like sucks his sweat up. He's so gross.
Wait a minute.
When something happens there,
Oh, he sweats.
he sweats.
It's during the second line. Here.
Oh,
my
there.
God.
He like wets himself.
Gross.
Everybody sweats though. It's not too gross.
No, of course,
But
everyone grows.
It's weird that it's his tell.
and
like-
that it happens instantly.
It does,
Yeah.
and then it unhappens instantly.
and then it unhappens. Yeah, is the weird part of it.
Sweat much, Brushel?
I sweat a lot. Everyone just watch Beast Saber.
Yeah, well, a man can't help his glands, you know?
It's more than that. When Mr. Misham's talent was mentioned, you suddenly began to sweat buckets.
Ah!
You're hiding something about his talent.
What? That's ridiculous.
Evidence time. Let's show Mr. Misham's true talent lay. It just so happens I have evidence showing the talent mentioned in the letter. I think it's the real hidden paint or the hidden painting, yeah?
Yeah, let's just see what it says about it.
Found at Drew's studio, notable for large.
Okay, and then check the unfinished version of that. Because if it says like,
Neither one say they are a forgery.
oh man,
Maybe both would be fine.
maybe.
Either.
Let's just go through these again.
These are the three forgeries.
Probably the hidden painting then, because I think the hidden painting is where we're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
It
no,
is a-
he's a fake.
Nisemono da.
What? Wait. Showing the wait. It just so happens I have evidence showing the talent mentioned in that letter. So let's just actually look at this real quick. Check. It's good. It'll probably say.
No,
Okay. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's the hidden painting when
Yeah.
we pieced all the fake stuff together.
This painting was found in Mr. Misham's studio. There are two problems with this painting. The first is it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham. The second is that there was another painting in the studio, which looked exactly like this one, except it was only half done. Then we have a letter discussing a payment of $100,000, which suggests a certain business operation. The business of making forgeries. So gross.
That's my least favorite sprite.
Ever. Actually, I can't make. Oh, shit. That's enough.
Stop it. Get some help.
That is all, Your Honor. Yes, Fanny,
Everyone,
we all
please,
do.
everyone,
Curse
can we
sprite.
keep this private, please? This is my story, my scoop.
Forgery. That's a serious crime.
Drew Misham is known as an artist these days. But there were rumors he dabbled in another kind of art until a few years back.
Another art, meaning what?
Drew Misham was talented, all right. Talented at making precise, detailed fakes. A fact that certain criminal elements were quick to discover.
Criminal elements? What? You can't be serious. You can't seriously be talking about.
Exactly. I'm talking about forging evidence. The rumor started circulating 7 years ago.
7 years ago. So we would understand that this letter, this payment of $100,000 was for.
Exactly. Forged evidence nets tiny profit, end quote.
God damn it.
Order! Order! Hors d'oeuvres. Why is it that our victim was living a double life?
Ha! This is my chance. So the victim had ties to the criminal world, right? He could have had plenty of enemies we know nothing about.
This is my first time hearing of this criminal world. We certainly found no criminal connections when we conducted our investigation.
But how do you explain all of this money?
All this money.
You have to admit there's a possibility of some illegal activity here.
But there's no proof tying this letter to our case. Our case was, and still remains, simple from the beginning. Only the defendant could have poisoned that mug that night. And you, of course.
Hey. The only thing I poison is my pen when I'm writing reviews.
Oh, dark.
Mr. Brushel, your testimony to this point has been quite unreliable. It doesn't speak well of your reporting acumen.
What are you talking about? My journalism is rock solid. Journalism so solid you could stand an elephant on it. End quote.
It's pretty solid.
Damn, IGN spotted. Along with the call out.
In any case,
God hand, 5 out of 10.
let's hear a summarized recap of your testimony. If we can ascertain the situation in that studio from the recap, the trial is over.
Apollo, what is he talking about?
The cross-examination showed Mr. Brushel didn't have a reason or means to poison him. As long as there's no other suspects, then the killer had to be Vera. That's what. This next testimony is our last chance.
Mr. Brushel, your testimony, please.
Brusha.
The Onion wrote a really great review
Yeah.
for Smash Ultimate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they were. The whole thing was about like how Smash Ultimate's a really great name, but Kirby is like the most offensive like character ever, and that his existence is like a blight on the progress that society has made and stuff like that. And it's
Oh,
literally
because he's just appropriating all of the other characters' cultures?
Yeah, they mentioned that. They're like, yeah, he appropriates like all the other characters and stuff when he absorbs them. And it goes on and on for like, it's gotta be like 8 paragraphs, like just about like how offensive he is, but it never actually explains like why he's offensive.
Oh.
It's really great. I read the whole thing. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to find the reason. And there was no reason. I'm like, you, God damn it.
You got me.
Thanks, The Onion.
Yeah, for those who don't know, The Onion is a satire
Yeah.
news source.
A satirical news
Yeah,
source.
you can look up
Really
The
good.
Onion Smash Ultimate review and you'll find it. It's a decent read, but I kind of spoiled the punchline for you guys, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really great.
All right. The interview, a recap.
The only other person in the studio that night was the defendant.
Oh, what a cute apron. My God.
With the paw print.
Yeah.
It was Vera who poured the coffee. She admitted as much as herself. The only thing that touched Drew's lips during that interview was mine as we embraced in gentle kissing. Was the mug. And nothing left that studio after he died. Nothing. Clearly the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter.
Oh, man.
A nice testimony. Clear, succinct,
Succinct.
and without a room for doubt.
Aw, shucks. He really thinks so?
I believe this clarifies the situation that night. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may begin your final cross-examination.
Right. I still have one trump card left to play. And I won't let this trial end until I use it.
The only other person in the studio that night was the defendant.
That doesn't prove Vera poisoned it.
How many times have we heard that one, Hair Forehead? The poison reached its victim via that coffee mug. And from where did that coffee come from? Not to beat a dead horse again and again. Not to beat a dead horse again and again, but perhaps you could fill us in.
I'm on it. You need a horse beat? I'm your man.
Oh, man. I got in a fight with a horse one time.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I was in stable condition. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, here, I'll read you a quick excerpt from the article.
Oh, yes.
What we see in our entertainment matters. Kirby does so much harm because these kinds of depictions influence the way someone is treated and seen. Creators, including game developers, have a responsibility to consider the impact they have on society, which is why the inclusion of an outdated, cruel stereotype like Kirby is a disgrace. Plain and simple. Seeing images like this holds society back and limits opportunity. People internalize the image of Kirby putting the chef's hat and stirring his enemies into a giant bubbling cauldron, even if they're consumed in a silly entertainment context.
I mean,
it's just a lot of that.
A lot of that.
It never explains it. It just goes on about like how terrible he is. All satire, of course.
TheOnion.com /
They even like say it's a
satire.
crime that he like survived the World of Light thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
It was Vera who poured the coffee. She admitted as much herself.
And you witnessed her pouring the coffee.
Of course I didn't witness it. When she came in with that tray, the coffee was already poured and steaming. And a steaming. Wee! That's my voice. Wee!
That is not forget the defendant has admitted to pouring the coffee herself. I heard her statement. I poured, I served, and I killed.
What?
Oh, that last part was just a little joke.
I don't think I'm going to get away with this coffee mug. I need to find another weak spot in this case.
Wee! I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me! The only thing that touched Drew's lips during the interview was that mug.
You're sure about that?
And the gentle kiss. Well, to be really, really precise, I was busy gobbling mint candies the whole time.
Of course he was. One of those candies might have been poisoned.
He's alive.
Yet at the time of the autopsy, no fresh fragrance of mint filled the room.
That's kind of gross.
And
Oh,
no
man.
mint residue was found.
It was a long shot anyway.
Life is pain for Meeseeks, Jerry!
Don't tell me you're still trying to prove this. You think the victim ate, drank, or otherwise ingested something other than coffee?
Well, Mr. Justice, if you have some proof.
The possibility is there. I can feel it. Just maybe not prove it. Not yet. And possibility isn't gonna cut it not now. Mr. Misham ingested that poison via a route other than the coffee mug.
We
can
can
prove it.
Yeah, we can prove it.
Proof is possible. I gotta risk it.
Oh, excellent. Let's see your proof then.
He was licking picture frames.
Please show us your evidence.
No, he was licking the stamp that was within that very small picture frame.
Oh, that makes sense.
What evidence shows that the victim wasn't poisoned via his coffee mug?
If you're real, Haru, put a shoe on head in chat.
This could be bad, actually.
Could be bad.
Must I explain this over and over and over? We don't need possibilities here, Hell Forehead. We need a proof.
I know that.
You should also know that every proof has its moment. Perhaps you're a bit early.
Son of a...
I can tell you what we know at this point. The victim put nothing to his mouth but that coffee mug.
Another hole in this case that needs plugging before I can prove anything. But first things first, I'd better uncover a weak spot before I try to strike again.
On with the cross-examination.
Did we not take any damage from that?
No, I think it was so right that it was... Okay.
Crap.
Oh, well, it's fine. We didn't actually... I think we didn't press this particular one.
And nothing left that studio after
No.
he died. Nothing. Whee!
Not one thing, you're sure?
Yep, sure can be. Well, with one exception.
Oh, one exception? What?
Journalist Spark Brushel does interview, leaves studio, end quote.
I was gonna make that joke. I was like, we're in the studio right now still.
Come on. It's a joke. Get it? Not funny, I know, but still.
Did something leave the studio that night? Why does that sound familiar? Where have I heard something like that before?
Have we examined the letterbox yet?
I don't know if we checked it, actually.
Check.
Now that we've proven our witness is a comedian of some sort.
This was the one we couldn't rotate.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that was
this
it. That was
picture.
it. We did look at it, but it was nothing.
Yeah, that is a pretty big mood that Brushel just had right there.
I'd like to turn to our defense attorney before returning to the testimony. Do you have any idea what, if anything, might have left the studio that night?
Oh man, just one thing. I don't know why, but what is it?
Just one thing. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard we try.
I think one thing might very well have left the studio that night, actually. A certain something that has vanished from the crime scene.
Oh, by what you mean?
The yellow submarine.
Yeah.
The yellow submarine.
Something other than the witness. Of course.
Wait, was that a judge?
Yes.
Oh, what? It was on him.
I know.
Don't tell me. Veramisham?
Believe me, any comic relief I may provide is entirely unintentional.
Let's see what you've got for us, Mr. Justice.
Is it Vera?
Well, this thing wasn't at the crime scene, so I can't show it to you. But I do have evidence that shows how it could have been taken from the scene.
The letterbox.
This is the only link between that studio and the outside world. What did Mr. Brushel just tell us? When he entered the studio on the night of the murder, the victim had just finished writing a letter.
Yeah, I said that, and yeah, it was true.
Furthermore, you went on to tell us that he put the letter in the yellow envelope and put it in the letterbox.
He did say that.
Oh!
But the very same letterbox was empty, in other words.
Sorry, I banged my knee.
That night, the yellow envelope disappeared, the one which we all live. We all live in a yellow submarine.
Ah, yes, intriguing. So an envelope has disappeared from the scene as a crime. Of course, this changes nothing.
Huh?
He has a point, Mr. Justice. What you're trying to figure out is, here is, well, the poison got into Mr. Misham. Is it really important that this envelope the witness says he saw disappeared?
Well, if it did disappear, then something did leave the studio that night. That seems very important to me.
Very well, then the witness will add this to his testimony.
You got it.
I still think this fails to change anything, Herr Forehead.
I wouldn't be so sure. A letter disappeared from the crime scene that night. This is exactly the opening I've been looking for.
A letter is put in the post from the studio, but I hardly think that matters.
Oh, don't ya? Oh, don't ya? Nothing could be more serious than an envelope disappearing from the studio. And you were hiding that fact from us.
Yes, well, actually.
I don't argue the possibility that a letter disappeared from that studio. But Herr Forehead, isn't there a much more serious question before us?
Right. How Mr. Misham was poisoned, I know. But Mr. Bushel's testimony has changed, which means the facts of the case have to. And what he told us means something entirely different now. I'm starting to think.
Let's keep thinking, Apollo. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter. What do you think, Apollo?
Oh, you missed it.
Everything he says seems so not flawed.
Well, that's kind of what you want from a testimony, really. I need to keep an eye on what matters. How and why was Drew Misham killed? Vera poured the coffee. That's not going to change. But if that coffee didn't kill him, I need to find what did and prove it.
Man, if it was a stamp in that thing, like he and like the poison ended up on the coffee mug with his like lips there.
Yeah.
Like, did he make out with this stamp? Like, it
Have
seems
you
like
never mailed a letter before,
I
Clay?
guess not.
I
Just
think Clay's
rubbed it all
being
over your lips, like
Yeah,
skip a
don't you just go
stanza.
and then you stick it on the letter.
I guess so.
It has to be completely full of salivation.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be.
Clay exposed
Just
for not
sopping
knowing
wet.
how to send letters.
We're dripping.
It's just soaked.
You say clearly, as though it were obvious. But this claim that the defendant poisoned the victim is merely conjecture.
Yes, well, you see, in my business, it's all about making the most ridiculous things sound right.
Oh, me too.
A bad habit, I know. Yes, well, actually.
Oh my God.
I guess this is more of a case of ridiculous journalist sounds wrong, end quote.
The court is forced to agree with you. Please refrain from wild conjecture.
Understood loud and clear!
If only I could believe that.
What do you think, Apollo? Everything he's saying seems so not flawed.
How does licking a stamp taste anyways? Not bad. I'd never mind doing it.
Yeah, what is the flavor?
Kind of gluey.
Gluey.
Yeah.
Do you ever
Sometimes
what does glue
minty, I
taste
think.
like, though?
You never ate
No,
glue
never
as a
minty.
child?
Oh, I ate glue like it was going out of business.
I never did, but I licked stamps. Like it was
Yeah,
going
I ate glue like I hated horse hooves, you
It's
know?
like a synthetic kind of taste or feel. I don't know.
You ever sniff glue? Man, do you remember the glue that kind of looked like honey?
No.
No.
And it had like the weird like nubby tip at the end? Anyone
No.
remember that?
What?
Ah, frick, now I gotta find
You
it.
mean like white glue?
No, it looked like honey.
Was it golden or was it clear?
It was golden.
Oh, I don't remember.
Goldeny clear.
Yeah,
I hardly
yeah.
think that matters. Okay, let go
All right,
forward.
a letter was put in the post box, but I hardly think that matters. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter.
Damn, okay, go back.
Yeah. And this one, see, this one is the only thing that touched Drew's lips during the interview was that mug, which is incorrect.
And
but
we threw that. We threw the letter. The picture at that, right?
No.
No.
Oh, maybe we did. Some things have changed in here though, and maybe it's ready now. You know. Drew's mission contact with the outside world. So we've already solved that
It's
part.
empty. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's ready because we haven't connected a stamp to this.
Well, we don't have the letter though.
Yeah.
Phantom Beard knows. I know you know. I'm trying to find an image of it because, man, like, 3rd grade is, like, hitting me in the face right now. Bless you.
Yeah, try the tiny frame.
On this one, and I'm with you. What's this say? It was Vera. That's fine. She did pour the coffee. The only other person in the studio then it was defendant. Okay, so that's right, and that's right. So it's one of these last 3.
Thanks, guys.
This one feels the best, of course. Letter was put in the post from the studio. Perhaps that matters, and I don't think it does. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter. So I feel it's either this one
So,
or okay, hold on. Okay, I was gonna say my argument for the last one with the tiny picture frame because the only one who poisoned him was his daughter. Bam, the picture frame had poison in it. So is my reasoning behind that? Versus the only thing that touched his lips. We don't have the letter to say he licked a stamp, and I don't see the connection yet.
sure. I mean, you could try it.
This is where you feel better though.
Yeah. No.
You sure about that?
I wasn't paying attention because I was like thinking about glue. But have we
Yeah.
have we pressed this at all?
Yeah, we pressed all of things.
Oh.
You sure you pressed everything?
Oh, exactly.
Rabble. Ouch. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. I'm just gonna, I'm feeling confident. Let's get it done.
Ow, my toes.
Okay.
Go back to the lip one and press it.
The middle one here?
Yeah.
That's a good call. Yeah. You're sure about that?
Well, to be really, really precise, I was busy gobbling mint candies the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, Ms. Justice.
Oh, right. We went. I
Oh.
can prove it, and this is where we have to do it. So we forgot about this.
Oh.
And we did the frame, and this is where we didn't lose it because that's where we
Yeah.
presented it. That's why I was like, this is weird. Damn it.
You do understand, proof, Herr Forehead, not possibilities.
Of course, and Prosecutor Gavin, I hope you understand. I'm ready to give you that proof. Oh,
What did you say?
I have proof of the disappearing envelope.
I saw him writing a letter. I did.
Oh, it was picked up by the mailman, I assume.
Of course, which means that envelope had a stamp on it.
Oh,
A stamp. Oh!
As we all know, stamps come with dried glue on the back. In order to use the glue, you have to wet it
God damn it.
by licking the stamp.
So I guess we had to press it, and then we had to come back, yeah? That's why they were like, oh, you're too early.
Yeah.
No one was talking to actually lick stamps in this day and age.
Yeah. Yeah, see?
Even
I'm
if you
cool.
wanted to talk to him, you couldn't. He's dead after all. That's how death works.
Okay, so he licked the stamp. But wait. How does that explain the atroquinine on the rim of the coffee mug?
If he licked the back of the poison stamp, the poison would be on his tongue, yes? And what would happen if he put the coffee mug to his mouth?
Absolutely nothing.
Those traces on the mug weren't the killer's doing. It was the other way around.
What?
The coffee mug didn't poison Mr. Misham. Mr. Misham poisoned the coffee mug himself. Fangirling 1998,
what up?
Jen Prey booping us. Thank you so much. Boop. And actually, I do love it. And for everybody who maybe wasn't there yesterday, I'm actually looking to get a compilation of as many members as I can get when they membered up. All of the thank yous and that little video clip. So if you remember when you sponsored, membered on YouTube, subscribed on Twitch, or became a Patreon patron, get me that clip, the timestamp, and send it to my message box in Discord, my DMs. Slide into my DMs. I've got a pinned message in the members cave of our Discord, and yeah, send it there. I'm gonna grab little clips and I'm gonna try to put them all together, many as I can.
Who
Start
needs
bringing that up
sleep?
every time.
Order! Order! Order!
Watch the spelling
But
of this. It is
That doesn't... Does it?
fangirling without an ing at the end. It's just ng.
NG, fangirling.
Fangirl ng.
Fangirl NG.
The L makes it seem like there's an I there.
It
Uh-huh.
does.
Fangirl NG. Everybody get it done.
Because I noticed there's only like
And Alec,
10
when
entries.
I do have a Discord. Boop. Recall, if you would, atroquinine is a slow-acting poison, yes? The poison entered his body when he put the stamp on that envelope. But his time wasn't up until the very moment he touched his lips to that cup of joe.
But I'm so mad we lost health for that.
bing bing.
Wait. You're right. Ding, ding, ding.
You look like you have something to add, Mr. Brushel.
Uh-oh. His nose is picking up another scent.
As I believe I mentioned earlier. Oh, that's the thing, see? After he put his letter on that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. Yes, a stamp! A so-called postage stamp, end quote. But you know, I don't seem to remember him ever finding one.
Oh, maybe he just run out.
Incidentally, we searched the desk drawer as seen as a crime. There were no stamps, not a single one.
Now the picture frame comes in.
That does pose a problem. How will you prove that the stamp was coated with poison?
Actually, I'm glad no other stamps were found. It makes proving the stamp he used was poisoned possible.
Oh, good show, good show. You can't even prove there was a stamp in the scene as a crime in the first place.
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say anyway. Where is your evidence that proves the existence of the poisoned stamp?
I don't know, Matthew.
I'ma play
We'll do our best. Hey, Blood Kitten.
Clavier broke the force fall, giving you a hint that it was too early, and you forgot about that spot when a statement was added. Well, at least he tried.
It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Carry on.
Truth. And then real quick, just to address Matthew, is that we 99% of the time do play the message when you member, even if you member offline when we then start the next stream. So if you can find that moment,
We
do that.
tried to do it anyways.
Yeah, fine.
Oh, well, that certainly is a cute little frame. And by little, I mean really little.
It was on the victim's desk, Your Honor. Quite empty, as you can see for yourself.
I noticed that too during my inspection. So what?
Apparently, you weren't as observant as you should have been. You see, when you saw this frame, it was missing something quite important.
Missing something.
Yes, a pale bluish stain on the inside of the frame. Astroquinine residue.
What? Why wasn't I told about this?
The frame is only 2 inches square. The face of the frame is even smaller. Maybe an inch wide at most.
You aren't saying...
Oh, but I am. Tell me, what fits in such a small frame? A commemorative stamp, perhaps?
Commemorative.
Nice, Kay. So,
Order! Order! The poison stamp was in this frame.
impossible.
But Prosecutor Gavin!
Why would he put something like that on his desk? Don't tell me he had it there so he could commit suicide if the mood struck.
You know, can I say something? I had a thought, see?
Oh, what, Mr. Russell? And please stop jittering around like that. You're freaking me out.
The victim was a forger, right? There's a lot of money in that line of work. Forger forges friends, makes enemies too, end quote.
So, the poison stamp might have been a murder weapon aimed at him.
Objection.
Oh, rich. That's rich. Leave the ridiculous flights of fancy to the governor's song lyrics, please.
Finally, something we agree on.
The stamp was a murder weapon? Nonsense. Murder's a simple business. Who would go for such links? No one.
Clavier, do you know the universe you are currently residing in?
We're talking Rube Goldberg
Do
level.
you know somebody named Phoenix Wright in his short history?
Yeah, no. Oh,
I think,
I disagree.
there's been some pretty ridiculous murder weapons.
Come again?
Recall, if you would, the victim's reclusive lifestyle. Drew Misham hid from the world. He avoided meetings. His only contact with the outside world was the mail.
Oh, the mail!
Now, if you wanted to kill someone who you couldn't meet but knew red letters, a stamp would be the perfect weapon.
Ridiculous. Where's your proof? I want proof. Show us evidence that this poison stamp was sent to him as a murder weapon.
It's funny. You're in like a gladiatorial arena. On the wall, there's spear, sword, axe, stamp.
In a small picture
Take
frame.
the
stamp. Oh, but things are starting to come together.
What is it, Apollo? Your fists are trembling.
I think I know what happened.
Arthur meme just.
I don't believe it, but I can see it. I think I know how Mr. Misham was killed.
Oh, well, fill us in, Mr. Justice.
A certain piece of evidence points to the truth, Your Honor. I can show you how someone with intent to kill sent Mr. Misham the stamp of death. Stamp of days.
Me too. I know the answer to this.
No, you don't.
Say it confidently and people believe you, Clay.
You shouldn't say it confidently, though. There was a tinge of doubt in your voice.
No, that's confident for me.
Can you go forward and then can you check the autopsy? I just want to see it. I know it's not it, but I just want to read it and check it. I don't think we checked it.
Yeah, we did one time.
Dream mission 52. October 6th and atropine and poisoning. Okay, great. You know, these aren't always relevant. Anyways, so I can show you how someone with the intent to kill sent Mr. Misham the stamp of death.
Oh, I wonder.
Man, the stamp of death sounds like a sick metal band.
Stamp of death. Stamp of death.
All right, Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited the $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Sign the papers and send in the encased envelope. Enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamps.
Oh. It's very nice of him to put it into a little frame, though.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't this the envelope, the one from 7 years ago?
Think about the text of the letter again.
Dear Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once
You've confirmed the transfer.
the transfer.
There were 2 pages in the envelope. This is page 1. And this is page 2.
If it was deleted, Jarrett, there's nothing we can do, unfortunately.
I want to draw your attention to one phrase in particular. Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days.
3 days.
The enclosed stamp, Your Honor.
Oh!
In other words, if I have this straight, the stamp, poison on the stamp, lick, lick, end quote.
Now, what if he had done exactly as the letter asked?
He would sign the document, put it in the envelope, and put the stamp on, right? Then he would put it in his stutter box.
15 minutes would have elapsed between affixing the stamp and mailing the letter. But the clock started ticking, and when the time came, he drew his last breath, and the murder weapon would be taken away from the scene.
Oh, quite conveniently, thanks to the postal system.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Man, what if the postal system went on strike right when this crime was happening?
Such a splendid imagination you have, Herr Forehead. Let me confirm one thing with you, if I might.
Drew his last breath. Good out.
Who said that?
That's good out. Yeah.
Very good. Very nice.
His name is Drew.
So, this poison stamp was inside the envelope from 7 years ago, yeah? Is that what you'd have us believe? Really?
Well,
It's a little bit of a stretch, but there's a possibility.
Yes, a very small possibility. How small, I wonder? A poison stamp in this envelope? A stamp that became the murder weapon? How do you intend to prove this seeming coincidence?
Well,
it was 7 years ago, and we don't even know who sent that letter.
Very impressive, Mr. Streamer. And your answer is silence. I see. Very well. I move to... Oh my god!
Oh! Do you think it could be? Is it?
It's my brother.
Oh, stop!
Oh! What is happening?
I was really hoping for Franny.
What is happening?
Emma?
well, like my Christoph Gavin impression.
Oh.
Did I sound like him?
Apparently, enough to cause trauma.
Funny. Don't quit your day job.
Don't you have a crime scene to be looking after, Fraulein Detective?
Someone had to come dig you all out of all this mess you're making.
Mess?
You know, none of this would have happened if you just trusted in signs a little more. You can find out if that stamp was in that envelope easy.
Ah, true.
Care to explain yourself, Fraulein Detective?
Glare at me all you want, but science is on my side.
Bitch.
It's all in the residue, right?
That's right. The poison detection spray.
Produce the red envelope at once. You can open it on the authority of the court.
Okay.
I like science music. Oh, crap.
Oh, crap.
I gave my finger like a bruise from doing that trick, I think. Oops.
It's a hickey from a real girl.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a hickey.
From a real girl.
That's so funny.
Do you ever give yourself a hickey and say someone gave it to you? Like on your arm or something?
Her name is Sharp.
No.
Sharpie.
Sharpay.
Sharpay.
Oh, well, would you look at that?
No mistaking it. That's atroquinine residue.
Oh, I don't believe it. A murder weapon from the past. Now, 7 years later, it bares its fangs at last.
Absolutely outrageous. Tell me why. Why didn't this murder take place 7 years ago?
Well,
There's one possibility. Maybe Mr. Mission figured it out.
Oh, figured out what?
He realized that the person who sent this letter wanted him dead.
Oh,
So he sent his reply with a different stamp.
what? Oh. He put his decisive evidence in a frame. And then forgot about it? Oh, you're still here!
Can I make a statement here on the record?
No, please leave.
I, Spark Razortooth Brushel, claim this scoop is
Oh
mine!
my god, no one cares.
Drew Misham killed in cold blood by sender of 7-year-old letter, end quote.
Okay, guys.
Hey!
Brushel or Lotta? Which one? They're on opposite ends of a crumbling bridge. You can only save one.
I want them to get married and have the most obnoxious child.
Oh my god.
Lotta.
Hey! No, maybe something more succinct. Star falls after 7-year delay, end quote.
Oh damn. Little decisive or divisive in chat.
Really? People
Yeah.
are saving Brushel. Lotta did
Shion pushes
nothing really wrong. Pushes both.
Star falls
both. Trick question. I shoot them both.
after 7-year delay, end quote.
Who said it's like Brushel and Hitler are in a room together and you have 2 bullets and you shoot
yeah.
Brushel twice?
yeah. I can't remember what show that. I think it was the
It
Office.
was the Office who did it. The Office that did it.
Yeah.
But I can't remember where it came up in a stream and it killed me. I'd never heard it before. And I laughed for a long time. Man. Okay.
End quote.
Order! 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 I see no room for further argument here.
Jess, we haven't seen all of the Brushel yet, though.
Though I admit this is all coming as quite a shock. To think that the murder weapon reached his mouth after 7 years. Stamp is ticket straight to afterlife. End quote.
Uh-oh. I think the witness is a bad influence on our judge.
I see no need for further debate on this matter. The sender of that letter 7 years ago could hardly have been our defendant.
Apollo!
I think we just won.
Very well. This court finds the defendant
Oh, God.
so close.
So close.
So close.
Usually we do that to people. Is that what it feels like?
Is this the bright future of our legal system?
Oh, prosecutor.
Oh, right. Oh, no.
A ticket to the afterlife from 7 years ago. Tickets for Gaviner's shows are invalid after 2 weeks.
I don't see the connection. But it doesn't make sense any other way.
It boggles my mind that so many people haven't noticed this.
Oh, I certainly haven't.
There's a fatal contradiction in Air Forehead's claim.
A contradiction.
A poison stamp was placed in this envelope 7 years ago. Thereupon it was framed until now. If that is the case, then why would Drew Misham have done what he did?
Explain that. He must have realized it was poison.
Therein lies the rub.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
So I said.
7 years ago, the forger Drew Misham sensed a trap and puts a stamp in a frame.
I would have lit that bitch on fire.
I do not debate this, but this begs the question.
Why did he lick it?
Why, 7 years later, did he use the stamp on the night of his murder? Surely you don't mean to suggest that Mr. Misham simply forgot. He put the murder weapon in a frame on his desk for 7 years, and forgot.
I mean...
You expect us to believe he sprang the trap on himself?
Honestly, pretty funny though. It's just like, oh, stamp, I'm gonna hurry. Oh, bingo, bam, 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 sends it and sits down and goes,
Oh, no.
oh no. Oh no.
It's all for you, Lexio, baby.
Yeah.
You and Kay.
While I admit that this is ridiculous, it does seem highly unlikely he would fall afoul of a trap.
Yeah. Oh, what? Oh, fuck.
Just
God damn it.
That had been sitting on his desk for 7 years.
Apollo!
Guess I'll die.
I made an oopsie whoopsie.
You shut up. You shut up.
Ooh,
Shut
a
up.
fucky wucky.
You shut your mouth. Stop it. Never again. You're banned. We're not allowed
I
to do
gave
that.
the
Stop!
Wimpy a wiki woo. Gave it a wiki
What's
woo.
that?
Taking
That
off the
beauty
headphones
by
doesn't help.
Logan Paul made an oopsie. Drew Misham made an oopsie. I'm Poppy Harlow. Nice.
thanks. I put my finger in my mouth for that.
Nice.
I always hate putting my fingers in my mouth. Thank you for subscribing, the anime youngin. Hopefully not too young.
Oh, yeah.
We said the swear words.
Yeah. I don't think we're winning anymore.
I'm glad to see we're all back in the real world now.
Here's a funny quick question. Don't answer it. Why are swear words swear words? Like to swear is to like, you know, like vow or like whatever. So why does swear mean it's like a vulgar word?
Why not curse words?
Yeah, a curse word makes more sense. Why swear?
Curse words.
Anyways, move on.
Curse. Welcome back to reality. We've been waiting for you.
This is reality? Oh, fuck.
Maybe it's because you have to swear in the truth, and when you're swearing, you're telling the truth.
Oh, weird.
You know?
Right?
Okay, then how do you explain the poison stamp that was in this envelope?
It's a poison stamp. Where exactly is this poison stamp again? Have you brought it to court for us? Oh, I see no proof that such a thing ever existed.
Don't back down to me.
What about the atroquinine residue here?
Oh, I agree. That does seem to be atroquinine residue. But, forehead, it's certainly no stamp.
Yeah, but...
Even if your precious poison stamp did exist. I inhaled some spit, sorry.
Oh, no.
You can't breathe spit.
Oh, no.
Drew Misham would never have used it. That is all.
I believe we've come to a conclusion again.
Apollo! Were we wrong the whole time?
I can't believe it. The poison traces match up, but it can't be a coincidence.
I'd like to bring some closure to this issue sometime this year. Mr. Justice,
Yes, Your Honor.
let's review the facts and see where we stand.
Easy, easy.
What the hell's going on in chat?
7 years ago, Drew Misham received a red envelope.
Honestly, I'm just really impressed by the coordination. It's like, wow.
Drew Misham received a red envelope 7 years ago. There were traces of poison atroquinine on the document inside that envelope. A small trace was also found at the scene of the crime on this tiny picture frame. The defense indicated the possibility of a yellow envelope. An envelope that had left the scene of the crime with a poison stamp on it.
Yes, but even if this envelope contained a poison stamp, and Drew Misham knowing this, put it in a frame, he never would have used that stamp.
I'm afraid you're right. Which means there's a fatal flaw in the defense's case.
I haven't been on the wrong. I haven't been on the wrong track the whole time. This whole time, I'm sure of it. The traces of astral quinine, the envelope, the frame, and Drew Misham's mysterious death. They're all connected somehow.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have a conclusion for us?
The defense stands by its case, Your Honor. We've seen that the logical outcome of the evidence makes no sense, which means that one of our clues must be a fake.
Oh.
Ah, a fake clue. Fascinating. And if we find this fake, your wild fantasies will prove quite reasonable, yeah?
Oh.
The fake clue that's thrown us off the poison trail is none other than...
Oh.
A confident save.
Drew Misham himself. I would like to throw that one for the memes.
Well, there's no damage.
Let's do it for the memes then.
I'm doing because I think it's correct, unless it's wrong.
Oh, the victim was a fake clue. I'm afraid I don't understand.
I'll explain.
Oh, fuck, it's right.
Yes, I said it. I knew it. I said in it because I believed in it. Throwing it, you know?
The forger was a forged piece of
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We have an envelope, a frame, and a mug linked by poison. That all makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the victim himself.
Objection!
Congratulations. You've completely lost me.
It makes sense.
So the fake evidence is none other than the master of a fake himself, the forger. It makes a good story, I'll give you that.
I think the whole thing is that he was a recluse and no one really knew him or whatever. So maybe he knew that someone was trying to kill him, and so he smoke bombed and killed someone else to cover up his own death. Yeah.
Oh
maybe that's
God.
where it's going.
The fake clue. Fakes. Forgeries. Ah!
I know that face. That's the I just had an idea face.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh God.
Oh.
I have it all.
Tom,
He is his daughter, and that's why he wasn't talking.
Ah! Oh man.
That would be a dark twist. Yeah, it would.
Drop it.
Yeah.
What's your theory, Tom?
Oh, Brushel is Drew Misham.
What?
And it's ridiculous.
What?
It's
No,
crazy.
it makes total sense.
He killed the guy and just kind of was like, I'm this guy now.
Oh. Because he has the thing in his pocket.
All right, let's oh, the quill.
The quill.
The quill. Oh, okay, let's go.
Let's see what's up.
Wait. Brushel.
I know
It's
that
an
face.
anagram.
That's the I just had an idea face.
I don't know if I'm right, but I'm gonna go with it anyways.
Here's Don Paulo.
What if our forger is the fake?
Come again.
7 years ago, our forger sniffed a trap and stepped aside. 7 years passed. Now the forger stumbles into that very same trap and dies. Why?
Oh, that's what I want to know. It's also why he was trying to push for a suicide, the reporter. Yep, he definitely committed suicide, guys.
Oh,
Come
must
on.
have suicided. Oh,
Yep,
must
this is
have
probably
suicide.
a suicide note.
Probably suicide.
Don't convict my daughter, please.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I want to know.
Because the forger who was killed was a fake.
Here we are again. The victim was a fake.
Etchy Diva, you thought it was the wrong answer for memes, but it was me, Dio.
I'm gonna say thank you for subscribing to Deborah Gibson.
Ding, Deborah. It's Deborah.
Any relation to Jarrett? Are you like a sister?
One forger smelled the trap. One forger fell into the trap.
And one went to market going, wee, wee, wee.
That's two forgers, and one of them was a fake.
Order! Order! Order!
How many times have I had to do that this case?
So
My
you're
God.
telling
Quite a
us that Drew Misham, the victim, was a fake? Well, if he was a fake, who was the real forger? You'd better not be claiming there was some kind of switcheroo.
Who would guess that? That's ridiculous.
Oh man, I'm not used to GD being a member.
Hey, look at this.
I'm afraid you're going to have to back up your story. Mr. Justice, show us just who the real Drew Misham was.
If Drew Misham wasn't the real forger, there's only one other person it could have been. Understood, Your Honor. Locked and loaded, forger Drew Misham was himself a forgery. The real forger was...
Oh yeah, we're just gonna do it.
We're just gonna get silly and
Yeah, we're
just
just gonna
send
do it. I mean,
I
it's the only thing that makes sense. He's the only other. There's only. Wait. Oh no, we're here. Okay, that's fine. I wanted to take a look at the business card again, but yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, really scary. Well, you don't have a business card because it got ripped up, remember?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh crap.
Attorney makes wild claim, becomes subject of mass ridicule.
It is his daughter.
End quote.
Fuck, I was joking again, and now it's right.
Oh man, that's like the, oh man, man and his son are in a car crash. The father dies upon impact, and the boys rush to a hospital. And the doctor goes, oh, "That's my son." Who's the doctor? And it's one of these moments.
At least they didn't punish us for
Now,
it.
forger Drew Misham was himself a forgery. The real forger was.
I believed him.
Actually, I think we can go with anybody.
It has to be Vera. It could only be Vera. There's only 3 in the room.
There can only be one explanation, really.
I don't know. We presented a second explanation that honestly sounded pretty plausible.
Pretty plausible. Oh, the thing. Okay, this is the other part of it though, is that we were thinking about that the painter was actually the dude, but maybe she's the forger. She's the one who does all the painting, and he's just the other side of it.
mastermind.
So it really, no, it wasn't the forger that got killed. Anyways, I think that's where they're going with this. His only daughter, Vera Misham, was the forger.
Order! 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 Again. God. It's like 5 times. Mr. Justice, this is going out on a limb, even for you.
I kind of agree. I mean, Vera, a forger?
Let's consider it before you write it off entirely. If you look at the paintings in the studio, one fact becomes quite clear. Forgery had taken place in that studio for quite some time. The forger wasn't caught in the trap 7 years ago. This can only mean that the one who was caught in the trap wasn't the forger.
Well, actually, that does kind of make a certain sense.
One more thing. Only 2 sets of fingerprints were found in the forger's studio. Drew Misham's and Vera Misham's. If we know that Drew Misham wasn't the forger, that leaves only one possibility by process of elimination. The forger was Vera Misham. Well... Thanks, Graham.
Fascinating.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
It's your girl.
Vera Misham.
Also kind of explains why she's walking around with a sketchbook.
Also,
So she was the killer then?
she can't draw. I don't think. No, I don't think she was the killer. Like,
Think he just literally killed himself?
What kind of? Okay, so, but she's the forger, right? So that whole thing was like, wait, that was addressed to Drew Misham. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
You've been paying attention so far, yes?
Let's just ask her and be done with it, shall we? Who are you? Who is the forger? Drew Misham?
Oh!
Was that an expression of emotion I saw on her face? She's staring holes into Prosecutor Gavin's face.
I'm used to being stared at by Frauleins, believe me. Though they usually talk to me, too. Tell us, were you the one who forged those works of art?
I know. I saw her draw. She's not great at drawing. In fact, she's awful.
Yes.
Did she sign the bottom of that?
Yes.
That's funny.
So the forger drew mission was you.
Yes, it was me.
Is that a cry face?
Yeah.
Or is it it's a vegetable. Oh, I forgot the name of that vegetable. And a number 1.
Bok choy?
Bok choy!
Yeah.
It really was bok choy.
What?
Thank you.
Tactical cutie.
The court was in uproar, and it wasn't coming down. We had to break for a 10-minute recess.
To be continued.
Oh, damn!
But we don't end on to be continued in the NyanCave.
The bell doesn't excuse you. I do.
I do. So don't go anywhere.
But we will
See,
save.
you draw clean lines like that. All right.
Oh.
I hope you're all. No, yeah, no, that's fine. Look at you. Yeah. Can't work with that.
Clean lines, clean lines. Just see it. See some clean lines. Yep.
I hated hearing that too so much, Renegaders.
That's pretty clean.
Wow.
I'm
look
telling
at
you right
that.
now.
Let's make that bigger so everyone
Yeah.
can see.
Oh, no, I think it's best if we don't. It's just gonna.
Look at how good that
It looks
is.
cleaner, smaller.
No, you did good.
Yeah, you did great, sweetie. That put that to rest for you all. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I'll see you soon, Snickerdoodle. Okay.
Copyright strike. Prodigy.
Okay.
Oh, I'm a forger too now. Oh, crap. Crap.
So, where exactly does this leave us, Apollo?
Well, the Drew Misham who was killed wasn't Drew Misham the forger, basically.
Huh? Well, then who was he?
Well, he was actually doing her nails. So, you really made those forgeries? I love her little scrunched up face.
Yes. Poor father.
Oh.
I know. It was wrong. Could you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent. The talent for making forgeries? How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything.
Oh. She's like 3D printer the person.
Anything?
Father was so proud, and I was so happy. But in the end, I was making those.
Forgeries.
I never had a good constitution nor personality. I know very little of the world outside my door. Now, because of me, Father is. Do you know about this red envelope? I remember that envelope. It was some time ago.
7 years.
So you were really, you were really creating your works back then? Ah, shucks.
Going down.
Mr. Mega Hesse, Clay is the forger. Arrest him.
Thanks, Mr.
Okay,
Mega.
we had a real one, but I'll make you a nice forgery here.
I started when I was only 12 years old.
So the one who figured out the stamp was poison. That was.
Mr. Justice, it's time! To the courtroom,
Right. Out of time.
Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right. See, we checked them out and we saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings.
Or is it this one? You can't tell the difference. They're identical.
Which one's?
Which one's the real one and which one's the forgery? Let's make it big so people
Which one
chat.
is it?
Which one's the real one and which one's the forgery?
You'll never know. Tell
Which one do I shoot?
me.
Mr. Justice,
Yes?
Father, he knew of you. Of both of you.
Your late father?
He was watching, gathering information. All about the Wright & Co. law offices.
There you guys win.
But lately we're not doing just law. Yes,
They're doing anything really.
you do tricks, gags to amuse, and play piano. Well, they're not really gags.
Da 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 da.
When Father heard you had resumed the legal business. How pleased he was. Who was Mr. Misham?
How am I supposed to know?
What if he was Daddy's daddy?
Judging from the relative ages involved, I'd say it's highly unlikely. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around.
So many daddies. Oh my god. What are we, like at the pump jack?
I don't understand.
That's a really,
What's that?
that's an incredibly
Nobody
local
knows.
gay Vancouver joke.
Oh, I see.
A really like very small community will get that joke. If you get that joke, I'll explain it to you. The pump jack is the gay bar in which a lot of older gentlemen go to have drinks with one another, known as daddies. It's the daddy bar.
So you go there if you want to be daddied?
Yeah.
That's fun. We should go there sometime.
It was weird. My sister came to visit and she's like, let's go to the bars. And I'm like, okay. So we went to the bars, all of them. And that was the one where I went in there and I was like,
Was it just a bunch of dudes with mustaches?
It was just a bunch of older gentlemen and they all
Had
look at
mustaches.
you because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like.
And you sat down at the bar and you're like, man, I'm thirsty. And like 3 dudes grabbed you and went, hi, thirsty, I'm dead.
And then we all like went, yeah, with our fists in the air.
Yeah.
And it was a freeze frame and then we went to credits.
Yeah.
No.
And started playing catch with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Corey
No.
went to the bathroom and he was like, it's just a trough full of ice in there, man. And I feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable. And then
They
we
do that.
left.
They do that
'cause
in some
We
places.
were like, this
Yeah.
is weird. We don't like it.
I don't understand the ice.
Neither do I.
But anyways.
It's to chill the pee to the perfect temperature.
Perfect.
Anyways, moving on.
We all know that the victim's daughter, Vera, was the forger. What does this mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. October 8th.
She's so small.
So small.
Court is now back in session.
Oh. Ooh. That was kind of spooky.
Vera seems pretty tense.
Well, she's on trial for murder of her father, so yeah. Yeah.
She's practically chewing her fingernails clean off.
Ooh. There's...
Perhaps you could begin by telling us all how it worked. How did you set up this Droomsham forger process?
There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head.
I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy.
What's hard?
I don't know, you tell me.
Very well, miss. If you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries?
Detestable, they're so nice. Oh man.
Perhaps you'd rather answer my question? Oh, STH fan has the answer.
Oh!
The ice is for cleaning purposes. It helps the urinal drain the urine as the ice melts.
Oh. Oh.
For you, the one who painted that painting, is a remarkably similar one.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I painted it, yeah. Father praised me quite highly for it.
So, she was the one who made the forgeries.
Yet she did not wish to reveal the truth of their operation. So the victim was a stand-in, a decoy. To the world at large, he was the forger, not her.
I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I?
Regardless, we need a little more information. About, for instance, this. We have seen this before, yeah?
Ja.
Yeah. It was in his desk drawer.
Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope.
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 I created things, and Father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it.
Sad face. Oh, wow.
I received the stamp that was in the envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio.
Envelope.
There certainly was much of great interest in your testimony. That was a weird sentence.
Not that the witness realizes it.
Very well. Please begin the cross-examination.
Right. Okay. I need more information about this forger. This Drew Misham. Vera. I wonder if it's the real sham, like the real sham or something like that, or just Vera.
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 Vera?
Yeah,
Vera.
the real sham.
Vera Sham. Vera Misham. Vera Misham. Vera Misham.
I created things and Father sold them.
So these things you were making are, you mean paintings identical to other paintings, right?
The closer they were, the happier Father was. Let's get her higher again. Yeah. I was happy too.
Aw.
Still, you're quite young now. When did you begin this work?
My first painting sold when I was 12.
Wow. Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing was illegal.
Easy there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her for crime of forgery.
True. Oh, please tell us more about this envelope. This envelope that may very well have killed your father. Your father is
Alright.
dead, and this envelope might have killed him.
Thanks.
He's dead.
Thanks. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting.
By other than a painting, you mean you'd only done paintings up until that point.
Yes.
No response from chat. Weird.
But Father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to the making things other than paintings.
For instance,
For instance, a letter someone had written,
Thanks, Sarah.
oh no.
or a fingerprint left upon a cup, or a signature on a document, a seal upon a letter.
None of this makes her sound very innocent at all.
And the $100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for Drew Misham.
A new industry.
The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words.
Uh-oh.
Father handled the deal, all of it.
This case is gonna go deep.
Envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it.
So, you didn't know about the things you were making. You didn't know the things you were making were being used. Didn't know how they were being used.
I enjoy painting very much.
Aw.
I think I understand. The Fraulein has lived in an unusual little world.
Can you tell us what happened to the papers that were in this envelope?
Father signed them and sent them back, I believe.
Did he follow the instructions? Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp?
This is a rather important matter. Give your answer some thought and think about it again. Who is your daddy and why is he dead?
I received the stamp that was in the envelope.
What do you mean you received it? Oh.
Did I do something wrong?
You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison on the back. Atroquinine.
A moment, Herr Forehead.
I think it's case 4.
You can't force an answer upon the
This is
witness.
case 4.
Now then, perhaps you would tell me, Fraulein Vera, why did you receive this stamp?
There's something wrong.
Ooh, 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 ooh. He looks like his brother. She's been staring at him. Her brother.
Oh. And then Emma came here to remind us a little bit. Not that Emma knew, but that was why Emma did that in the game.
Yeah,
Be like,
yeah.
this person is still a thing.
Yeah.
And what other reason why would Emma
Do that impersonation.
Yeah, and he and Phoenix Wright have like anger and was like, oh, why'd you leave the business? Because of your evidence forgery. But it
This is the other one who is forging.
Ooh.
There's a battle of forgeries.
It was
This goes
beautiful.
Bad. And to the, are we going to be watching Kingdom Hearts trailers? Well,
Not today.
Not today. No,
But
today's
Not
Sunday.
today.
No.
I know that a new thing dropped today, though.
Oh, did it? Is today the 10th?
Today is the 9th.
Oh,
Cool.
damn.
So we're going to be playing 0.2, some of the end game tonight, and then I'll give you a little more information about when we're watching trailers at that point.
Ah, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps?
Yes, I think it was.
So, you didn't know about the poison?
Oh.
I guess not.
So the trap failed by chance, by mistake. Thanks to this commemorative stamp.
Quite the close call.
It was after that job we moved to the current studio.
You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is?
Yes, we saw very few people there. I began drawing picture books.
This single job had tied them to the criminal. This single job ties them to the criminal world. I'd think Mr. Mishem wished to reduce their visibility and the world at large.
When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work.
So that was the real essence of the artist Drew Misham. You did the work, and he supplied the face.
So, you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in.
Apparently not.
About this commemorative stamp. Could you tell us more about it?
It was very pretty, and more than that,
It's really good.
Yes?
Oh.
it was a picture of people I liked at the time.
This is something new? almost like it, GD. Almost.
Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Fraulein.
Whoa, that was weird. The dots loaded in before the text box.
All right, so.
Stamper was a picture of my favorite magician, so I kept it.
Oh, jeez.
I was wondering how they're going to tie that in because we had that evidence for the show.
It's all coming
Magicians?
Thank you for subscribing, Bugs Bun.
Bugs Bun.
I love mysterious things. I always have. Even though she fainted when she saw Mr. Hack.
You're confusing mysterious with freaky.
Oh no, Timber, I totally forgot. Let's see who won.
Oh, Swift Daisy.
It was a great
Hey,
magic
Phantom
show. I
Beard.
loved it so
Congrats.
much.
See? Isn't magic great?
Fine, great, yeah, sure. No need to get all excited or enjoy yourself, because I'm a stick in the mud.
But the magic troupe we saw disbanded soon after. I was quite sad.
Did she just say what I think she just said? Magic troupe? Now where have I heard that before?
Oh man, I hope we can go see the show with her someday.
The red envelope came after she'd completed her first job. That makes it a letter from her client, whoever wanted a forgery made.
Apollo!
We're close. We just have to piece together the parts. A deadly weapon in a red envelope, and the path it took to take Drew Misham's life. Okay, I created things and father sold them. That's true. This envelope came after my first work, and that was other than a painting. Oh, father handled the deal, all of it. Oh yeah, it is weird. The dots are staying there.
Oh.
I received the stamp that was in that envelope. It was after that job we moved to the current studio. The stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians.
Go to percent.
So I kept it.
Not the ticket, but the letter,
Yeah.
maybe.
$70? Ah, damn.
Woo!
But the letter?
Or maybe it is a ticket, or it's
No, I don't think it's the letter.
Does the letter have it has a seal on it though, and a signature, a seal and a signature. Those are two things she could create. She just said she could.
But I don't think it's about this yet.
I don't know. It seems like a bit of a jump. It would have been cool to be like, these are the magicians you were talking about. but-
Exactly.
Well, I guess we'll
Troop
have to
grammar.
find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh! But next time is going to be on Wednesday at 12:30.
Wow.
Save it up.
Save. Okay. I'm feeling so confident that I'm going to save and wait 3 days before I give my answer.
Hey!
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Well, 2 days before I give my answer. Whoa, jeez. Oh, wow. Got a few things put up there.
And now press no.
No. Ooh la la. I know. So confident. No, not even 5 more minutes, Ace of Spades, apparently. But no, we're going to be back at tonight with 0.2, some of the post-game content, so make sure to be there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Throw a thumbs up on the video if you did dig what we did here. And I was going to say, though, I'm looking to put together a compilation video of as many member moments as I can. So if you are a member of the channel, a Twitch subscriber, or a Patreon patron, send me a DM with the timestamp of when you membered, and as detailed as possible. Some people had said, like, I membered on this day. I can't work with that. There's there's too many. So please send me as much details you possibly can. If you can get me that timestamp, just scrub through the video, find the moment, because if you don't, then I'm gonna have to do it for 300 and something people, and I can't do it.
Seize it.
So
I can't. I just can't do it.
Just can't do it. So please send us as much details as you can. Tom, you sound like that epic gamer guy. Send in your credit card details. No, wait. You send in your member card details, date, and a little the number that member.
Stop saying
member
this.
Card. No, nothing credit card. Just when you membered, and that little timestamp number of when it happened.
And send it into Discord DMs.
Yeah.
To Tom specifically, because if I get them, I'll eat them.
Yes.
Ginger, it's a meme that got someone banned.
Off of Fiverr.
It got someone banned. So
off of Fiverr.
I know, but it's still
out of context.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We just gotta be safe.
Yeah.
Because we love you guys, and if we get banned over something stupid, I'll be very mad.
So mad.
It was a joke. It was a joke when he said it.
It was a joke when he said it.
I mean, well, and then what we should really do is see how his YouTube channel's doing, because he opened up one of those and got a couple 100,000 subs.
And if the stream was deleted, then there's nothing we can do.
I know, right? Oh yeah. Yeah, but Jared, send me a DM with the information, because we might I might have that footage somewhere. So just details, date, time, game, everything, and then I'll see what I can find on it if it is there. Cool?
Yep.
All right, everybody. We'll see you in an hour for 0.2. Bye.
Bye. I love you. Goodbye. What if you had more than one? Ooh.
Send them
Why
all.
not both?
Send them all.
Yep. Bye.